So welcome to today's class. Thank you for being here. Today we're going to study how to describe our best vacations ever, and we're going to be focused on the simple past tense. The objective of this class is that you, at the end of this, you're going to be able to understand the simple past tense, and you're going to be able to express it. Also, you're going to be able to can describe some actions or activities that you did in the past. So we're going to have how and when we use the simple past, the structure that we use it, some examples, some new vocabulary and verbs, and some activities that's gonna help you to understand and express yourself in the past tenses. So let's begin. How and when we use the simple past? Well, let me tell you that we use the simple past to express an action or a state occurring at a general or specific time in the past. We use this tense to refer us to things, actions, or activities that we begin in the past and we end in the past. So it doesn't continue anymore. As you can see, we have an example like I played cricket yesterday. And in the simple past tense, the action is simply mentioned and understood to have taken place in the past. Remember. As I mentioned in the beginning of the class, we have and we need to use a simple past structure. For this, we have the affirmative, which is subject plus verb plus ed. Remember that ed is just for the regular verbs, plus the complement. We got an example, which is they played soccer yesterday. In the negative way, we have the subject plus didn't. Remember, didn't is the contraction of did not, plus the verb. In this case, we use the verb in its natural form, plus the complement. We have an example, which is you didn't eat chicken. It could be you did not eat chicken. You ate something else, but not chicken. And for the interrogative, we have didn't plus subject plus the complement. For example, did we play yesterday? Here we got our example. Martin's vacation. Martin had a terrible day yesterday. It was the day of his vacation to Spain, but it was a nightmare. He left the house at 10 o'clock in the morning and caught a taxi to the airport. Martin went to check in with his luggage. When the man who worked for the airline asked for his passport, Martin became very upset. Where was his passport? Martin realized he didn't have his passport with him. What a disaster! He jumped back into the taxi and told the driver to take him home. The driver drove quickly and Martin arrived back at his home in 20 minutes. He ran into the house and went into his bedroom. He found his passport on the bedside table and left the house again, but the taxi wasn't there. Where was the taxi? Martin jumped up and down angrily. I don't believe it. The taxi left. He shouldn't. He ran down the street and looked for another taxi. After a few minutes, Martin found another taxi and told the driver to take him to the airport as quickly as possible. The traffic on the route was very bad, and unfortunately, Martin's taxi arrived at the airport late. His plane left for Spain at 11:30, and Martin missed it. He was very sad and went to speak to the airline. They promised to get him a seat on an evening flight, and Martin went home on another taxi to wait. As I said before, in these pages I bring to you some vocabulary if you were to the beach or if you were camping on your vacations. And also we have a list of verbs in past simple form. Well, guys, what I need you to do is to create groups of four. Remember to work with people with you used to know work with, and then one of yours gonna create a link on the Zoom app, and then you're gonna share this link with your partners. In this meeting, you're gonna share your experience about your last vacations. Remember, this activity is gonna help you to get new vocabulary and to notice how your partners use the structure that we were studying. So after this activity, we're gonna return here, and every one of you is gonna have the chance to share with the whole class your experience. Well, guys, just for finish, I would like to say thank you for your participation. All of you did great. And just two things more. One, if the past form of the verb go is went. It's not got. It's went. W-E-N-T. Went. And also, just for reinforcement, we have more examples of the simple past tense. For example, we have the positive structure, which is subject plus simple past plus object. He played football. We have the negative structure, which is subject plus did plus not, or could be didn't, and plus the verb plus object. He did not play football, or he didn't play football. And for the interrogative structure, we have did plus subject plus the base form of the verb plus the object. We have did he play football? So then we have some sentences. I would like you to practice it, and just thank you for being here, and all of you did great. Have a nice day. See you in the next class.